what's interesting is that this is actually impacting each of us. I'm not a millennial. I wish I was. We're all getting older. But it's impacting the way that we see ourselves. Everyone in the world is seeking freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment. The rise of the new generation. Our second macro trend that's impacting it is really what we call the rise of the micro-entrepreneur. We're all familiar with entrepreneurs, right? Every great company, Samsung, Microsoft, Apple, General Electric, every company has been formed by a vision of a great entrepreneur who saw the world and thought they could change it. Micro-entrepreneurship is a little bit different than that. Micro-entrepreneurship is about not one person or 5 people. Micro-entrepreneurship is about 7 billion people. It's a movement that McKinsey & Company is now reporting as 30% of the working population today is involved in a micro-entrepreneurial opportunity. 30%. That's 1 in every 3 people. In the next 10 years, they project that will be over 50%. In some markets, it will be 75% of the workforce. Now, guys, think about that. Just 10 years ago, if you were to approach new people and ask them about a business opportunity, 1 in 10 would tell you that they were interested. 1 in 10. Because only 1 in 10 was doing it. Today, 1 in every 3 people are involved in an independent opportunity of some form. Fast forward 10 years, it's 1 in every 2. So the second macro trend is the rise of this micro-entrepreneurship, which leads to our third trend, which is the rise of the gig economy. How many of you have heard the term gig economy? Yes? The gig economy is being fueled by millennials and micro-entrepreneurs. We're seeing enormous businesses created. Think of Uber, Airbnb. Think of these companies, Alibaba, that are being formed as platforms that enable people to live and work in a more free and flexible environment. The gig economy is all about driving new growth, new business growth, and that's a huge trend. This movement will continue as we talk about the fourth mega trend, which is the rise of social. There's a great quote by a founder of a technology company called Hootsuite, in which he talks about the rise of social, and he says, there is an economic revolution that's far bigger than the internet. It's called social. Each of you know what I'm talking about. 4 billion people today are connected to the internet. 2.3 billion people are connected to social networks. Do you realize in the last few years, as commerce has connected with social networks to form what we call social commerce, over $4 trillion per year are generated through social commerce? Now think about that, you guys. That would make social commerce the 5th largest global economy in the world. Social commerce is larger than virtually every country in the world. And it's growing at 5 times the pace. The future is social. The question is, how do you play in that social world? Now, we at Nuskin, we watch these trends. We've been monitoring them. All of our leaders look at this because we have to understand what the future will be and how Nuskin can enable you and your success. We believe that Nuskin is the perfect opportunity platform. We believe that Nuskin is the perfect opportunity platform. We have 33 years of experience understanding how entrepreneurs work, understanding how the gig economy and the environments work together, how to bring entrepreneurship into the houses of every single family and city and village that Rich talked about. We provide aspiring entrepreneurs with an opportunity for them to live lives on their terms. Again, your life, your business, in your way. So, once we know what we need to do, I'm getting hoarse. Once we know what we need to do, we need to move quickly. We need to move very aggressively. As Rich mentioned, we have been working over the last year in these new roles to form the right strategy to help you be successful in your entrepreneurial endeavors. Our focus has been upon what initiatives we can do that empower you to build your independent business as your business partner. We define this as our growth strategy, G-R-O-W. Can I hear that? G-R-O-W. You got it? Growth strategy. There are 3 pillars of the growth strategy. I want to briefly talk about each of these, and you're going to be hearing about these over the next 2 days, okay? Here are the 3 pillars. First, engaging platforms. Second, enabling products. And third, empowering programs, okay? So first, let's talk about engaging platforms. As we discussed, social is becoming the new norm. In fact, there was a study done by Facebook just several years ago in which I love to use this study because they talk about the number of friends that people have today. Think about before Facebook, if I were to give you a piece of paper and tell you to write the names of your friends, how many people could you put on that piece of paper? Well, I'll tell you, on average it was 56, because that's what we used to do. We used to give you a piece of paper with all the lines, and on average people could list about 56. Friends, family, neighbors, dentist, postman, whoever. You could create a very small list. Facebook reported just recently that the average number of friends that people have on Facebook is over 300. Guys, think about that. 300 friends. That's nearly a 10-time increase in the number of friends you have. Now, some people say that, yeah, but those aren't really friends. Social, those people aren't really friends. They're just friends on Facebook. Well, I don't know how you define friends. But when I start to know their birthday, I start to know what their children actually wore to school, I start to know what they ate for dinner, where they went on vacation. I have more information today through social about my friends than I ever had before. Don't you agree? There's far more reach, you guys. Think about it. It's not just your friends, it's your friends of friends. You have a whole community. The power of this community is enormous as we build our business. So the question is, how do we enable you? What kind of tools and technologies can we provide you? We're directly focused on accelerating our investment in technology that will enable you to better connect with these friends that you have around the world, whether they're on WeChat, QQ, Kakao Talk, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, I don't care. Wherever they are, we want you connecting. And our commitment is to build the tools for you. Now, you're going to hear about these very, very shortly at a launch session called Grow with Social, okay? Grow with Social. You're going to be hearing more about that. This is our first pillar of our growth strategy. Our second pillar is enabling products. As Rich mentioned, Nuskin is committed to making our exclusive innovation accessible to the world. We have some of the most powerful products on the planet for nutrition and personal care. But a lot of these products are so exclusive that people can't afford it. If we really want to go out and change the world, change every single life, 7 billion people, we can't just be here. We've got to be able to be here, we've got to be here, we've got to be here. We've got to be able to get everyone and touch their lives. How do we bring innovation to the world? We do the best of nature and science. We are committed to continuing to provide you with those best of nature and science products. We have 2 workshops that will begin this afternoon. The first workshop is about enabling or growing with Nuskin's evolution. And you have to hit this workshop, you guys. You have to hit it. You're going to hear about the new branding of the company. Some of this you're seeing, the colorfulness, the vibrancy. We want to ensure that our brand is as vibrant for you today and into the future as it has ever been. So come and hear about the branding. Come and hear about our product portfolio extension, some of the new product initiatives that are going on. Some of these are just concepts. We're getting your feedback. Do they work? Do they not work? Are they helpful? Are they good products? It's testing. You're market testing right now. A lot of these products.